Well, today has been a beautiful morning already. We have enjoyed sitting by the fire, ate some breakfast. This time of year is my favorite time of year. So we're enjoying it. And I wish it would still stay a little cooler, because like right now I'm in short sleeves. It's amazing. I'm wearing jackets in the morning and you're kind of sweating. The kids same way. They were freezing sitting by the fire this morning, and now they're wearing short sleeve. So, hey, get your shoes on. Where's your shoes? Okay, well go get your bike. You can go get it. Hey, Jen, go with her and go get her bike. Go make it that way. I'm gonna move the cows over while you do that. We're gonna move both sets of cows. Both sets of cows need to be moved. They're pretty much eating what we call standing hay, kind of the leftover grass. You see it's greening a little bit, but because it's October and we're having cool nights, we're not really getting fresh, good grass growing. So we've been letting them eat hay and just kind of eat the paddocks down. And then, like for instance, where the dairy paddock is, there's not really grass growing right now because again, it's kind of stopped. Plus this is a heavy tree area. So if it's not getting a lot of rain and just beautiful weather, it just doesn't grow. But we've got to move them. I've got one more or two more paddocks for the cows that are absolutely gorgeous. A lot of grass. But I haven't put them on it yet just because we were trying to see what the situation was with rain. So I'm gonna let Jenny stand right here. I'm gonna push the cows out.
I'll go get them.
You gonna get them? Yeah. Okay. So there you go. Jenny's gonna go push them out. Get Gussie up and the baby. Yeah. So they've been living pretty much off hay, other than these two standing paddocks. I'll let them finish those out. And then from there, come on. Come on, go. They don't want to go across. They know they're looking for the feed since I brought this out first. I usually bring this out last, but I thought, well, I'll beat them out now. They want to hang out. Here comes Gussie. You getting them? Where's the baby? You gotta get the baby too. Go behind the baby. We'll move that hay right there over to where they're going. They're actually going to the run and going all the way around. But we're gonna take them through the paddock since I don't have any help other than just Jennings and Livy. All right, push them, Jen. Good girl. She's the one fixing to have a baby. Look how big her bag is. And see, I know this is nasty, but she's got kind of a mucus coming out. So she is very close to having a baby. Hold on. All right, I got to get the water still out, so let them stay right there, and then we'll move them over once I get the water out. We'll get the truck and actually move the water in the trough. So at night I'm moving just the ones we're milking, which right now is Gussie, which is fixing to be Josie too. But they don't need to be in this paddock. This is just for when we basically are separating calves or when mamas have babies. So I don't really want them in here. It's got some good little grass, nothing special. Come on. They're gonna go to a fresh paddock that hasn't had them on there for about 2 months. And it's lush, it's heavy grass. So it's really, I got 2 more paddocks, as I said, and they're both on the other side of the farm. I'm gonna let them eat them down, and then the beef cows have a lot more. They have about 4 paddocks left of good standing grass, and then they'll be on pure hay too. I'm letting them try to eat that one paddock down in the bottom. If you remember my new stuff. Come on. Push the baby, Jen. So you see they're coming behind us. This is our walkway, and the dogs are going crazy. They just go to the back side. They know they got fresh grass over here because they haven't been here. Look. They're excited. The cows know. They're smart animals. They are animals, don't get me wrong. They're not humans, but they are smart. And so they know they've not been on this side of the farm for a few weeks, actually closer to 8 weeks, 2 months. But now that they get to come over here, they're excited. And see, the reason is, if you look right here, all this debris and all this junk, I have one strand that's busted still up here. I had to cut some trees off here. We had a lot of debris fall in this last storm, so I couldn't run them through here. So I've got to tighten up a few spots, but hey, it's a lot better. All right, so here's this paddock. Look how lush all this is. Look at that. That's like up to your knees. And this little paddock has some beautiful grass growing. It's very shaded, very nice. And they're hanging out. So I'm gonna let them eat here. Now, right across here, there's one more paddock for them. I cannot put them in there yet because see, I think she's bred, but I don't know. And my bull is in that area, way back in there. That's the spot I was telling you just needs to be finished and let them finish up, and then me just bush hog. It's gonna take me time to bush hog it. But if I put her there, that bull's gonna come through that fence and then I got a big problem. So I don't need to do that. So I'm gonna let them eat here, stay here. Again, beautiful, beautiful grass. And this is kind of good for them because they'll finish this paddock up, then I'll clean it up, and they'll live strictly off hay for really winter, other than the one little small paddock. But see, that little small paddock I'm not going to use right now because, again, I'm just going to have another baby. So I don't need 2 babies moving over with 2 mamas every day. It's just too hard. So, huh?
I was like 15 snakes.
Yeah, probably so. So they're over here. Only thing I got left to do on the dairy cows is just move their water in their trough. You see, like this right here, I don't like, but it's at the very top, so I don't think they're gonna get out. This one's low, so I may just go ahead and strand it up once and get it a little bit tighter just so they won't get out. Dairy is pretty easy. They usually don't get out. Usually even their calves don't get out. They're not wild and crazy like the beef can be sometimes because we handle them a lot more. So I don't think it's gonna be an issue. But look at all of them. See, here's the problem. See, during the drought this last time, this monster oak right there and the gum behind it all died, and I gotta get them cut. Normally I'll cut them. I don't mind cutting a tree. They don't really scare me unless they're dead and they're in tight spots. So I have to actually get a cherry picker to get that one because of where it is with the fence, the proximity with our pool. So I'm waiting on a tree cutter to go so we can cut it from the top and bring it all the way down, and that way we'll be safe.
Hopefully.
It's so funny how time changes. I remember doing this. I didn't have a lot of fields when Aiden and Harley were young. I had just about 4 or 5 fields. I didn't have 15 or 16 fields that we're going to right now. But where Jennings and Livy are out here playing and helping me. You okay?
You got it.
It once was,
Yeah, okay.
you know, Harley and Aiden and Eliza. So it's kind of funny how times change, and you know, I feel like time doesn't go as fast, and then when you look back you're like, oh my gosh, time's flying. Just so crazy. Shows how old I'm getting. I just had a birthday, so when I think about that I'm like, dang, where did my 20s and most of my 30s go? It's just crazy. Now the cows, the beef cows, I don't really have to move them, but if I don't go ahead and move them and let them get on this fresh grass, if we get a real strong cold weather to come in and snap, it's going to kill the value of this lush pasture. So again, I told you, once the grass starts dying, or once we get to this season, new grass is not growing real well. And all of this is mostly like a standing hay, but it's still very green. So I don't want to lose it. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get the cows moved over here. They've ate just about as much grass out of that area as possible. I'm still having to bush hog very, very heavy because it's got a lot of weeds in there. And you know us, we're organic, so we don't spray anything to kill the weeds. We let our cows, sheep, and animals and us mowing do that naturally. So as much as I would like to have an easy button and go seed all that and herbicide all that, I'm just not going to do it. So right now, it looks like there's a lot of grass left, and it's really not. It's just mostly weeds. So they've ate the grass. You see, I gave them some hay, and that's how I always tell when they're kind of done, because they'll start eating hay and not grass. So what I'm gonna do is open these 2 together. I built all my pens to where I don't have to have help to move cows. I can do it myself. So this one, they'll just rotate right in and go right behind the tennis court and be able to kind of hang out in this paddock for at least about probably 5 to 7 days. Then 5 to 7 days on the next one, and then to the very, very far end of the property. You hear they're ready to move. See, now it makes a little catch pen, it makes it easy. So now I can push the cows, and they'll come on around. So the main thing is these babies. You remember last time I was here, we filmed it and the babies went nuts. They can't do that anymore because of the way I got this run built this time. And I'm letting them go to the easy one first. Make sure I got all of them in here. Cool. Alright, cows are moving. It took us a little bit with those calves, not because they were out, just trying to run the fence and trying to stay away from us. So what happened is they turned into the little run like they're supposed to, the cows did, but there was a steer, kind of my crazy steer that always broke the fence. If you remember that one from the last, the last 8 months you've been watching, he's been doing a lot better. But anyways, he didn't want to go in, and when he didn't want to go in, those 2 little steers didn't want to go in, which was those 2 calves. But we got them all in. They're all moved, fresh grass. They're happy. Happy cows make for happy beef, which makes me happy. So they're moved. One thing I've realized is when I run after cows, it makes me enjoy eating red meat a whole lot more. we need to get the rest of them up. We're kind of ending the harvest and kind of getting it all cleaned up. We still got about 10 pumpkins or so. The kids are actually going to be painting pumpkins and carving pumpkins with the homeschool group Monday. So we're going to go and harvest the rest of them. There's like 30 or 40 kids coming and they're going to harvest our pumpkins, or not harvest them, we're going to harvest them, but they're going to go ahead and cut them, paint them, have a good time with them. And we'll get to enjoy them doing that. So the kids are excited. So we're going to get the last few. I think there's 2 or 3 little ones there, a few big ones there, 2 yellow ones. And then there's, I think, a few more over here, big ones. So let's go and get them up. All right, grab those 2 and take them to the ranger, Liv. These 2, I already cut them. Look, I cut that one. Cut this one, Jennings, if you'll get it. Yep, take them to the ranger. These pumpkins never end, do they, dude? Never. Here, let me cut it for you. I thought we had about 20. I think we're gonna have about 30. If not a little bit more. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just right here. Gosh, there's more over there too. Waste policy, any of the pumpkins that were like kind of smashed or look bad or not the best shape, I'm just throwing through the pigs, and man, they're having a field day. Like this one right here, like where it's like, see, that's got like something's been biting it, a possum or squirrel, something like that. Just because we got to the point where we quit. I mean, I picked as many as I could. I'm chunking to the hogs. Look, it'll be going in one bite. Watch this. Pumpkins are very good for them because the pumpkin seeds are a natural dewormer. So we give them dewormer, pumpkin seeds anyway, pumpkins anyway after a season. These are organically grown. So that's just great health for them. I thought we didn't have as many as we did, but look at this. 7 piles of at least 10 that I know of. So I thought I had 20, then I thought I had 30, then I thought I had 40. That's a pile of 5. That's a pile of 12 over there. A lot more pumpkins than originally thought. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all these pumpkins. So back now, the end of the day, walking back down the same run that I walked the cows down earlier. I've got to walk, of course, the mama back. And I do this every day. Every day I milk at 4, walk her back, and then we move them every 2 to 3 days. And then every night, move her back. So that way we can get milk in the morning. I think a lot of people like the fact of, raw milk, and like the fact of maybe having a milk cow. But it's probably the biggest amount of work for a farm, which is good. I wouldn't change nothing for it, but it is the hardest part of the day because it's an asset to the farm, but it is also the thing that takes the most, I guess, pressure on you as a farmer because you're daily doing something with these cows. Now, you wouldn't have to milk every day, I guess, but for the health of that mama, and they're not a beef cow, they're a dairy cow, so they like to milk, and they like putting a lot of milk out, so it's kind of the job. So we're going to go and get Gussie over. She just ate a little bit off. I mean, she's ate so much grass, she may not even want to come over. We're going to see if we can get her over. Got them separated. Let's push her on up. Come on, girl. Moved over and ready for 4 a.m. in the morning. Well, we'll do it all again. I told you I'm like pumpkin now. Look how nasty I am. Look, I haven't had a pumpkin in my bucket. I didn't even realize it. Bedding within 5 to 7 days. Josie's milking. I believe she's gonna have a baby by then. She is getting to where she can barely walk, like as in, like the baby's pinching a nerve. She'll walk kind of funny, and she has just got so much discharge, and she's so big. So I say within 5 to 7 days. I might be wrong, because I have been wrong several times before, but I actually think she is gonna have a calf, which is good. She's my best milker and also the one that gives me the most cream, so it's a good thing. Puts me milking 2 cows a day, which is challenging, but it also puts me in a major surplus and also making butter and cheese a lot more.
Yeah, more good ones over there.
I know, I see the ones y'all did over there. So we're finally getting good use out of all these pumpkins, huh, Isabel?
Yeah.
How many pumpkins do we have laying around this house?
I think that's I would say 30.
Oh my gosh, no, we pulled 68 just yesterday.
Around this house, where did we get
all the ones down there that we have are everywhere.
Although those, I would say about
How many people came today and painted pumpkins with y'all?
maybe like 50, no?
30 so?
30. Yeah, probably like 45.
I think that's what's so cool about growing pumpkins. Misty, I was not able to be here, I had to work, but Misty said there was about 35 to 40 kids here today just carving pumpkins and painting pumpkins and making memories. And that is just awesome. I absolutely love that. And that's kind of why we do this. We had a group of homeschoolers playing tennis today. We had a group of homeschoolers painting pumpkins, and our kids were having fun all the way throughout. Here's the last of the 3 right here. We had over 40 something pumpkins carved today. We harvested another 70 yesterday. We've harvested probably close to, I would say 400, 500. We gave a truckload away to my workers I work with. So it's been a phenomenal pumpkin season. I'm so glad that we can enjoy it. The kids get to enjoy it. Y'all had fun doing it?
Yeah.
It was real fun, wasn't it? We didn't trust kids with a lot of knives. They got to paint more than they actually got to carve. But hey, we had a great time. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being a part of our vlog. And thank you for allowing us to just simply share our life with you. It just means the world to us. So we appreciate you. God bless.